Welcome my dear friends. I am here to discuss about the cyclic graph, maximum degree and minimum degree. What is a cyclic graph? If every vertex of a graph G is of degree 2, then G is said to be cyclic graph. Look in this graph. As we know, according to definition by regular graph, we call a graph is regular if every vertex of the graph has same degree. So this graph, every vertex of this graph has degree number 2. Here is this vertex is degree 2, degree 2, degree 2, and also same in this graph we can see every vertex is degree 2, and this graph also every vertex is degree 2. So from here we can say a regular graph by degree 2, a two regular graph, it is a cyclic graph according to definition of a regular graph. A cyclic graph by n vertex we denoted by Cn. Cn, it means here we have a cyclic graph. To that graph has n vertex. It is C3. C3 means this graph it is a cyclic graph. To it has 3 vertex. It is C4 because this graph has 4 vertex. What about the last one? This graph is C7 because it has 7 vertex. Very nice, 7 vertex. Okay, let's go to maximum and minimum degree. Maximum degree is in a graph. Maximum degree is that degree to including in the graph. It is in graph that vertex has the biggest degree. Let me show an example here. We can consider this graph we can consider here. Okay, it is we can label this graph by v1, v2, v3, v4 and v5. Okay, v1 has its degree 1 number. This vertex has degree 1. It has a degree 3. Yes, because it has connected by 3 vertex. It has connected just by by 3 eighths. It has just connected by 1 eighth. So it is this vertex number 4. It is connected by 2 eighths. So it degree is 2, and here is degree 1, and the vertex number 3 is also degree 1. Which vertex has in here the biggest degree? It is very clear to vertex number 2. Vertex number 2 is the biggest degree amount all of this vertex in this graph. And maximum degree in a graph denoted by delta, capital delta or delta G. So in this graph, if we label this graph also, we can call this graph G1. The graph G1, delta G1 is equal 3. Okay, let's go to minimum degree. What is the minimum degree? Minimum degree is the minimum of all degrees of the all vertex. It means an amount all the vertex of the degree of the vertex of degree all a graph, the smallest, the small one is the minimum is, it's called the minimum degree of the graph. And this graph, which one is the minimum or the smallest, which vertex has the minimum or the smallest degree? As we know, v1, v5 and v3, they have minimum degree. So the minimum degree in a graph denoted by a small delta or a small delta g. A small delta g1 in this graph, it is equal 1. It means in this graph the maximum degree of this graph is 3 and the minimum vertex of this graph is 1.